Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Prickly Patroller. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a quick sketch just to try and figure out a good pose, make sure I get everything in, and I can already tell I'm way too high because of the head, right? Let's see, and I want to make sure I have fun with it, so okay, that ought to work. Do that right there. And this is mostly a sketch for me. I know you probably can't see it because I'm drawing very lightly, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to switch over to Sharpie pretty soon, and you'll be able to follow along and see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to make sure I get a few details in here real quick, and then I will move on. Okay, I think that'll work for the face. I just like to make sure I got it in there nice and pretty, so I make myself happy and draw something you guys will want to see, because that's ultimately why you're here, right? Because you like drawing this stuff. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright. Perfect. I like that. I'm happy. I'm super happy with that. Okay, so let's get back to sketching this out. And I just want to make sure I put her in a good pose. Or, you know, also, it's not so much about the pose, it's about making sure that I don't fall off the page. That's the other part of it, you know. Okay. And it happens, you know. I've drawn stuff that I go too far, and I have to redraw it. You've never seen it because I don't post those videos. I mean, why would you want to see me messing up? I mean, maybe you want to. Maybe you want a good laugh, you know? Go, ha ha, like old Nelson from The Simpsons. Alright. I'm going to do just the typical arm on the hip for fun on this one. This one shouldn't take too long once we get going, because I'm going to take care of a lot of it with coloring. But the nubs and stuff like that for the cactus will definitely be in there. So I'm just going to kind of stick this hand out and have some fun with that. Oh, waving high, right? But a little down a little bit like that. So a little thumb out like that. Down. And let's see, let's draw those fingers. And it's just a quick sketch. It's not going to be exact. I just want to make sure that I got the proportions right too. That's another important thing, is sketching. Another important thing is sketching. Yep, edumacated. But I don't know, sometimes because I'm making this up as I go, I never think it out and just kind of say stuff. So sometimes it comes out all silly, and you guys can laugh at me. Okay, that seems to be lower like that. Okay, let's see. We'll draw this boot there. That's a little bit high. Let's see if I can lower that out. You still will see that, right? That's not too far at the bottom. Maybe that is. Gonna go lower than that. Okay, so let me. Where is my eraser? Well, don't have my eraser, so I'm just gonna have to sketch a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that up, bring that up, bring that up, come down to right there. Okay. Won't go any lower than that. Okay, I think that'll work. That's good enough, right? That's not too high. Okay. I'm going to switch over to Sharpie now. and you'll be able to see what I'm doing much better. And so I'm going to start off with, I got a fine point Sharpie and a Sharpie pen. I'm going to start off with the Sharpie Sharp Sharpie pen so I can get the fine detail in here real fast, and then we can move on to the other stuff, okay? So I'm going to just draw the eyes in real quick. I'm just going to do like this, just to make sure I got them right. And then kind of draw the bottom lid like that. Give her some eyebrows. Draw a little bit of the nose, just a bridge. And we're not going to do too much because this is such a tiny drawing that we can't get a lot of details in. So we're not going to worry too much about it. Okay, give her a little bit of a smile. Draw the top lip. Draw the bottom lip like that. I think that ought to be good enough. I'm going to draw a little bit of the pupil in right there. I think that ought to be good enough to get us going. And then I'll switch over to the big Sharpie. Okay, so now I'm going to draw her costume around her face like that. Okay, and you know what? It's a little bit off. It's a little bit there, like that. That'll work much better. Okay, so I'm going to basically follow my sketch that I did here, and I'm going to I'll just start right here. Draw a little bump for the costume. Come up here, and come up to about there. It's where the little prickly, oh, you know what? I forgot about that. We got to draw those first. So I'm going to add stuff like this in, the little prickly points, and move around them, because some of them I want to be in front of the actual drawing here. So let's see, there's one up here, and I know they look kind of like they're floating right now, but just trust me, because they're going to be back behind. See how this is there? That's in front of this line. I just want to draw them first to make sure that I get them in there. Okay, so I'm going to start over here again, do a little bit of a bump for the material, come up here, and see how it's like that? I wanted to go back behind that, and that's why I wanted to draw that first. Same thing with this. So now I'm going to draw a little cactus elbow, cactus arm, like that. And I'm going to add a few more of the bumplies, like that. Some are pointed straight at you, so you can't quite see the point, you know. Let's do this one like that. Add another one up here. How about one over here? One over here. And then we'll just kind of add them all over the place as I'm working in different parts. Okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and continue the costume down. And I'm just going to do something like this just to give it some creases and folds, because I like the way that this thin line works against this thick line. It just, you know, gives it a little different technique. Alright, so I'm going to keep going here with the costume. And you know, it does kind of like fold over because it's like a hood, you know, like a mask. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that with the thin line. Okay. So now let's continue with the rest of it. So let's draw her chest and body here, then we can build off of that. So I'm going to follow the straps here, like that. And this one's going to be thinner like this. So I'm going to go around her chest and come down to her waist. I'm going to stop right there because that's where her belt's going to be. And I'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to come down to her waist, to her hip, like that. And now we can build off these lines. We're no longer just floating, okay? So let's do this arm over here since we're here. I'm going to come out here to do the top of the arm, and then the bicep, which has like that little wraparound bandage type thing. It's not really a bandage, but you know, that's what it's on there. So now we're gonna go down to the rest of her arm to her forearm, because her elbow's bent like that. Gonna come down here to her elbow, that, and add a little extra bump for that wrist communicator thing everybody has but never uses. take note, Fortnite. Don't know why you're putting it there, but I guess it's cool. Alright, so add a little detail like that. Again, I'm going to add just a little crease like that, you know? Little creases make it our own, make it unique, you know, make it real. Okay, so let's finish up her hand here, which is on her hip, and she's wearing a glove, so there's not much we got to do to that. We'll just do like that. Add a little thumb in there. Alright, we're cool with that. So let's draw this arm over here. Oh, she does have a little prickly patches, nubblies. Draw the nubblies. Don't forget the nubblies. And we'll put one on her elbow. That looks kind of cool. Alrighty. Oh, she's got a couple on her gloves, but they're coming. These are pointed right at you, so they just look like circles because they're like that. All right, but that's okay. Anyway, if that's what you want to do, you do it. You draw how you draw. I draw how I draw. So let's draw this arm out. So I'm going to do the shoulder like that to the bicep to about right there where the rest of the arm is going to be. And I'm going to draw the forearm coming over to the wrist. And I'm going to draw the little, it's like the edge of her material, I guess. You know, it doesn't really connect to anything, part of the glove, so to speak. So now we can draw the back of her arm to the elbow, inside of the arm to that elbow, and add a few nubblies, just like that for the costume. And these are on the back of her arm. So there's a couple here, but you can't see because it's the back of her forearm. So. Okay, so let's draw her hand out. It's pretty much out like that, just waving. Ha! Is what she's waving. Okay, so I'm going to draw her thumb out like this. Bring it into the hand. I'm going to draw... let's do these fingers first because they're going to be in front and then those fingers will be back behind. So I'm going to draw this part of the hand to the pinky like that. I'm just going to draw and reconnect. And draw and reconnect. And then... finish it up like that. See, good enough. You get the point. And we don't have to do much. We can do this just to, you know, show it's the edge of the hand, but it's there. You get it. You don't have to worry too much about it. It is a glove, so we'll go ahead and draw the fingerless gloves like that, and then we can move on. So she's got a belt. Let's draw the belt. It's got a little buckle in here like that. Let's do that first. And I like to draw the loops that are connected to the clothes. You know, I like to draw that first so you know where your start and stop points are. Alright. Okay, so let's keep going. Now we're just going to draw the edges of her pants. And basically the edges of her legs is all it really is. And she's got some straps holding her pants. I don't know why they draw those, but they're cool, and so we're going to draw them too. So bear with me. We're going to draw the edge and come in just a little bit like that. Come back out. Do the same thing. Come back out because that's where those straps are going to be, and it's kind of binding the material in. And we're going to go all the way down to her boot. Okay. So I'm going to draw the thigh to her knee, then the bottom of the pants to the boot right there. Okay, and it's going to come over. That's where the edge of the boot is. We're going to come into her knee again and bring it up to the side. So we're going to go up here again, bind in a little, come back out, bind in, and that's it. And I'll show you why. I'll show you why. So we're going to connect this with the strap just a little bit to where that line is right there. And then again, I just like using this thinner pencil, thinner Sharpie, just to give it something different, you know, make it look unique. And let's see, that's where her pant crease is. We'll do the same thing over there. And let's give her like a little bit of a knee, kind of something like this. Okay, just so you can see that it's a knee. Again, I like drawing the creases in the leg, in the clothing, so you could tell that it's material, you know? It's more fun that way. Alright, she does have some nubblies. Some nubblies over here. Nubblies down there, like that. And a couple on her thigh here. We'll draw one there just to make it fun. And we're going to do some over here too. We just got to remember to do that. Okay. So she has a knee. I was going to say kneecap, but everybody has a kneecap. She has a knee protector, is what she has. So let's draw that first, and that'll kind of give us a guide of where our edges are going to stop. And I'll kind of make it like a box, something like that. Okay, so it's going to be wrapped around here, and that's how she straps it on. So this will be her clothing, and now we can just connect these lines. So I'm going to come out like this, like that, and do her other thigh here. And I'm going to do one nubbly first because I want it to go back behind it like that. That's much cooler. Alright, and draw a few more nubblies. Let's go ahead and do some creases in the material. I just like doing that. It makes it look more realistic, you know? Alright. Okay, and so she has a shin protector on this one. So I'm going to draw it like this. I'm going to come down, add a little bump where it's connected. And then come down and bend it up a little bit like that. Come down. Go back. I'm going to stop there because, again, they're kind of strapped around her boot. So I'm going to wait to draw the rest of that. You know what? Let's wait to draw the rest of that completely. Let's draw the back of her leg, and that'll help us to finish that up. So I'm going to draw her pants like that, and it's going to come in there. And then her boot is going to come in like this. So now I can draw the straps going around like that. Booyah! And that's holding on this little thing, which is like a shin protector. I guess Fortnite people really got to worry about their shins, right? Alright, good enough. So since we're doing that, let's finish. Let's do where the boot is right there. That's that line. So let's go ahead and draw her boots. Okay, so I'm going to bring this leg down like this to the top of the shoe. Bring this one down like that. Okay, then I'm going to close it out. And I'll close that out like this. I'm going to draw like some kind of little. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it's still in the camera. Nope, doesn't look like it. But good enough. The tread on her shoe is what I was trying to draw. And it's just like a stair-step little thing. I'll show you over here. So I'm going to come down to her toe, like this. Bring the bottom of the foot over to the heel, and draw the little tread. I just do something like this. That's good enough, right? Okay, so I'm just going to draw a few more little creases, and then we'll take care of coloring with the rest. I just kind of like to do this again just to make sure it's alive, you know, it stands out. And, you know, that's good. We're going to stop there. I'm going to take care of the rest with coloring. So that is the Prickly Patroller. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.